In this video, we are going to draw some fruits using cubes. But first, I need to go through a general explanation about the process. In recent tutorials, we talked about perspectives and some of the rules and techniques in perspective. We also learned how to draw accurate cubes and circles in a perspective scene. And we learned how to get the proportions of the object using cuboids and draw the shapes we see around us. For drawing fruits, the most important thing in the first step is to be able to construct the cubes and recognize the right angle and perspective of the objects, which requires enough practices so that your eyes get used to it. You should be able to see the fruit in front of you as a cuboid. Fruit design is not a difficult thing in general. You just need to know the basic principles first and then do some practices, which I suggest you check the link above and go to the playlist How to Start, and then just like this video, put any available fruit you can find in your house in front of you and draw from real life. Drawing from real life is very important. I always emphasize on it. But of course I used some references here because I wanted to show you how I draw according to the reference photo. But often I prefer to draw from real life. So with all of these explanations, let's jump onto our main topic. For the first one, I choose a pear, which again, according to the reference photo, I need 2 cubes. A big one for the main body of the fruit and a smaller cube for the top section. If at first it is difficult for you to see the shapes in the form of a cube, you can draw the cubes on your reference photo using Photoshop, and after placing the cubes on the paper, draw the curved lines with the help of guidelines. This method is much better for beginners. The next fruit is a banana. We need 2 cubes to draw this banana. According to the reference photo, you can see I drew 2 cubes, one for the flat lower part of the banana and the other for the curved upper part of it. After drawing the cubes, we add some curves and some details to it. As usual, I try to make my initial lines lighter and thinner so that if a mistake happens, I can erase it more easily. And then I'll emphasize more on some of the strokes layer by layer as I move forward. Then for the next one, I pick a lettuce to draw. This one is more challenging actually. Lettuce has a cylindrical shape, so I draw a rectangle and then I try to find the cylinder inside that rectangle. I draw two circles for the head and tail of the lettuce in these two squares. Then I find the middle of the squares by drawing these guidelines. And then in each step I add details to my sketch. The next fruit is apple. Drawing an apple is very easy because it consists of just one cube and has a simple ball-like shape. So as usual, first of all, I analyze the right angle and perspective of the cube and then I draw it. I draw a square for the top surface of the apple and then I draw other squares for the side planes so that it finally becomes a three-dimensional cube. I drew several apples to show you how you can draw the cubes better based on different angles and perspectives of each of them. Try to pay attention to the way I hold the pencil in my hand and the way I draw the lines and the order of the drawing steps to better understand the concept. And I find the spherical shape of the apple inside this cube. As I said, this video is not a tutorial on how to draw fruits, it's just an exercise to learn cubes better. We explained the rules before, and it's always good to have more examples of the topic you just learned. So I would like you to take your pencil and paper and draw with me. And anyway, this video is to encourage you to practice more. In this video, I was only trying to emphasize on the outline and drawing a general sketch so I don't shade my drawings. But in order to transfer the shape of the apple from a 2D to a 3D shape, I used the cross contour technique by drawing some dynamic lines like this. This way the apple will look something more than just a simple 2D flat circle. I will explain this technique in details in the next tutorial, so don't miss it. For the last one, I drew eggplants. As you see in the reference photo, we have two eggplants next to each other, so we need two cuboids. Again, pay attention to the angle and perspective and then draw the cubes. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know in the comments section. This will help us improve our content a lot. And if you want to see more tutorials, consider subscribing to my channel. Bye for now.